My tears don't fall, they crash around me. I've got your picture, I'm coming with you, dear Maria, count me in. Whoa, I never meant to brag, but I got 'em where I want 'em now. If you can wait till I get home, then I swear to you that we can make it last. These are the most iconic lines of emo music of all time. Not all of us listen to My Chemical Romance, Dye Our Hair Crazy Colors, or Colorful Bracelets, or wore all black with or without studs, but we all know what it feels like to feel either emotional or vulnerable. I've always been an emo kid at heart, and I forever will be. I played tons of shows in front of hundreds of people each, with various bands for about 6 or 7 years, playing songs by Paramore, Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, etc. I am absolutely in love with emo music and culture, and I've actually read various books on the topics of emo and its related subcultures. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate the music, fashion, poetry, humility, vulnerability, and public declarations of pain that come from emo and the beauty of a society of the society's deemed outcasts, breakers of the norm, individuality itself. Or as Sleeping with Sirens put it, let's cheers to this. Now, emo. What is emo? As Taylor Markarian stated in her book From the Basement, A History of Emo Music and How It Changed Society, she states, the word itself, emo, stands for emotion. Now, we've all heard the term emo at some point or another, and for most people, the first thing that comes to mind is angsty teenager. But, as Markarian stated in her book, emo stands for emotional. And from the inception of the term all the way up until the 2010s, the musicians that were marked as emo often denied the term because they found it derogatory. Although recently, bands have been more accepting of the term, which was also stated in Markarian's book. Emo turned into more than just the music. It turned into accepting culture for people who didn't feel normal. It developed crazy new fashions and embraces individuality and the breaking of social norms. Now that we've looked at the definition of emo, what it stands for, let's take a look at what makes it so great. As we know, emo stands for emotional. But what about this culture makes it so great, so beautiful, so artistically significant? Well, emo stands for emotion. It stands for the embracing of your feelings, turning your feelings into art, displaying your pain for all to see in the most vulnerable way. And that is so beautiful. It stands for being yourself, listening to, singing along to, and screaming along to what people call emo or screamo often in music is probably the most cathartic thing that we can do. Now, the art that comes from emo doesn't stop at the music. Although, as emos, we all know that the music is our lifeblood. It's what really connects us, even when we're depressed and isolated. It shows its colors in other ways, sometimes literally in colors, like with the hair. We see deep personal and vulnerable poetry that stem from not only the musicians or the lyricists, but all walks of emo, anyone that identifies with the culture. We see the acceptance of all peoples into our culture of emo. Now that we've taken a moment to address the beautiful aspects of emo, let's take a moment to look at how it affects our society today. So emo has affected our current society in many ways, but the two arguably most significant ways are the spreading of awareness of mental illness and pop culture fashion. Emo is making a resurgence in pop fashion today. With the public declarations of pain and mental illness, the artists of emo publicized mental illness. With the rise of emo, it's hard for the older generations to discount our pain and our mental illness when there are famous people singing about it. Now, scene and emo culture are making a resurgence in pop culture today. And I don't know about you, but I personally could not be more excited. Imagine being able to walk around in society in the open with crazy different colored hair, expressing yourself, wearing all black clothing, wearing your favorite band t-shirts, the candy bracelets like this one, and not having a single person make an audible judgmental remark about you because there's tons of other people doing it too. Imagine seeing someone walking down the street wearing a t-shirt of your favorite band and being able to walk up them with arguably the emo's number one line, oh, it's my favorite band, or I love that band, I saw them at such and such concert, and being able to connect with people that you don't know because of their clothing. So whether you identify as emo, punk, metalhead, normal, etc., or scene, um, we can all appreciate the fashion, the beauty, the vulnerability behind this movement. So whenever you hear "My Tears Don't Fall," "Dear Maria, Count Me In," um, "Whoa, I Never Meant to Brag, but I Got 'Em Where I Want 'Em Now," you can appreciate the beauty and the significance behind the culture.